What's up, Bills Mafia? I got 7 things to watch for when the Buffalo Bills play the Cincinnati Bengals this Sunday night in Cincinnati. But before we get to that, let's get to that intro.
This is PZ Music.
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am Tommy. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell because I always forget to tell you. Well, Bills Mafia, the Buffalo Bills are traveling to Cincinnati to take on the Cincinnati Bengals, and it's a place where we haven't played too good as of late. But once again, I want to send a shout out to Bills Wire for creating this article. Let's get this thing going. All right, first up, playoff rematch. The last time these two met, the Bengals sent the Bills home from the 2022 postseason. The topic of getting revenge is going to be the largest storyline in Western New York ahead of this matchup. Yeah, we didn't look too hot. We didn't look too hot the last time we played this team. Really, we didn't look too hot to start that game. Last year in the regular season, we didn't look good either. So then we got to the playoffs, and once again, we just crumbled in the biggest moment. It was an opportunity for the Buffalo Bills to go on to the AFC Championship home game, and we just wet the bed. So back to it. So now we are going to Cincinnati, and yeah, this is a bit of a revenge game, and also this is where it all took place. Damar Hamlin, we all know that they're going to probably play a good 30 minutes or so of the incident. And I'm sure they're going to have some, Damar Hamlin special thing going on there, which, is understandable. So there's going to be a lot of emotions in that game, I think, early on, probably by both teams, more so the Buffalo Bills. But, yeah, this is a revenge game for sure for the playoffs. The Cincinnati Bengals didn't start too hot to begin the season, but they are on a roll now. So the Buffalo Bills need to be on their best to beat this team in Cincinnati. All right, next up, Bengal turnaround. I just was talking about it. Winners of 3 straight. The 1-3 start Cincinnati had this season is a thing of the past now. The Bengals have turned it around, and the Bills are going to be asked about facing the streaking team all throughout the rest of the week. Yeah, I just said it myself. So the Bengals started off rough, 1-3. But they have been on a roll as of late. So they're a dangerous team, man. When they get cooking, they got weapons all over the place on offense, especially on offense. And their defense isn't too bad either. So once again, we need to come out swinging, man. We can't have a slow start against this team in Cincinnati. It's not going to end well if we do. All right, next up, Damar's return to Cincy. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, they're gonna be spotlighting this. Damar Hamlin might be inactive as he's been for most of the 2023 season. However, he was still being Cincinnati at Paycor Stadium for the first time since the cardiac arrest he suffered during the 2022 season. Expect an emotional scene. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how super emotional it's gonna get, but they're definitely, like I said, they're definitely going to talk about it prior to the game. I'm sure there's going to have some video package. I'm sure they're going to do something maybe even in the stadium. Maybe they're going to do some welcoming him there. He'll probably get an applause from the crowd, all that good stuff, which he should, obviously he deserves it. That was a crazy time, crazy thing that happened. Man, it was a wild scene. And, so yeah, it just thinking about that moment, just was like, man, goosebumps, man. All right, next up, newcomers. The Bills made 2 moves ahead of the 2023 NFL trade deadline. Buffalo made a trade for Green Bay Packers for cornerback Rasul Douglas. The Bills also went the free agent route, signing running back Leonard Fornette. Can either of them get up to speed in time to play on Sunday? Both were spotted at Wednesday's practice in Orchard Park. And by the way, we also signed another free agent defensive tackle, Linval Joseph, 6'4", 325 pounds. This dude is massive. A run defender, someone we really needed right now to fill that hole, that spot, while Daquan Jones is healing up from a surgery on his torn pec. So, yeah, this is a good signing. It was either him or Sue. I would have been happy with either one. So I think they made the right decision. This guy, I know he's aging, but he still has some juice left in the tank. And he showed it last year. I believe he was with Philly last year, along with Sue. So, yeah, man, go back, look at his highlights, guys. If you don't know much about him, the dude is an absolute beast. And yeah, he gets a lot of double teams, which is going to help out Ed Oliver as well. So, great signing. Well, I don't think, because of that, we signed him this morning, which is Thursday. He's definitely not going to see the field on Sunday. But as far as Fornette goes, and Rasul Douglas, it is a possibility, though I don't know how many, what their snap count will be, put it that way. But, as far as like Fornette goes, really, to be honest with you guys, I know it's gonna be a little while before he gets the full playbook, down. But I believe they can get at least he can get at least some of the playbook down before Sunday's game. Just plays that he is designed for him. So yeah, it may be a limited snap count, but I think you will see him in there, during that game. And as far as Douglas goes, yeah, I can see Douglas also getting in there, limited snap counts, but as the weeks go on, you're going to see Douglas wind up taking that CB1 spot, and the snap counts will go, to the roof there. So, all right, next up is offense versus the Bucks, the real one. The Bills' offense in their win over the Bucks looked much more similar to the one we've seen in recent years, as opposed to the unit from the first part of the season. Quarterback Josh Allen was using his feet. Other playmakers aside from Stephon Diggs got involved. Will that trend continue, or will Buffalo revert back? And will the slow starts return? Man, I really hope not. I really, really hope not. I really hope that they found something in this up-tempo offense. I've been calling it for most of the season for them to go up-tempo. It seemed to me like every time they went up-tempo, they got on a roll and a rhythm. So as you saw in the Bucks game, they started up-tempo and they looked good. Everything was kind of going in a smooth rhythm for most of the first half, until they decided to basically go conservative, in the second half, and let the Bucks get back in the game. I really hope that McDermott learned a lesson there, and continues to put the gas on the pedal, so other teams can't, creep back into a game. It's never good to go conservative early, especially when the game's not like so far out of hand. We were still, it was a two score game there at that point. No reason to go conservative there, no matter how good your defense is doing. So hopefully he learned a lesson there. And hopefully Ken Dorsey can stop with the stupid shotgun draws on 3rd and inches at the goal line or wherever, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. And there's no need to go shotgun draw there. You have a 6'4" quarterback who can easily pick up the first down, 1 yard, 2 yards. Josh Allen does that all day, does it in his sleep. So why are you going shotgun draw there? You're just helping out the defense. It makes zero sense. I'm sorry. And not only that, you have a running back in Murray who can also pick up a yard or two. And now you got Fornette who can easily pick up a yard or two. But there's no reason to go under shotgun draw. I really hope he takes that out of his playbook, especially on short yardage plays. It's mind boggling. It's upsetting. And I just don't understand why he continues to do it. I don't get it. All right, next up, Allen's shoulder. Having played the Buccaneers on Thursday Night Football, the Bills got a few extra days of rest. Bills players, particularly Josh Allen, and the shoulder issue has dealt with, got some extra days of rest. They put has, by the way. That's why I'm like reading it wrong, as you can see here. But still love you, Bills Wire, but you did put has dealt with. Has had dealt with. I'm sorry, got some extra days of rest. How are they holding up? So there was some guys there. By the way, it was like almost like a mini bye week because we played on Thursday night football last week, and then we had all that time off, and we don't play till Sunday night. So it was much needed for these players, especially the vets, especially some of the players that were just kind of overall kind of body was hurting a little bit. But Josh Allen, he was the main concern. That shoulder was clearly bothering him Thursday night when he got tackled and he got back up. He could barely, put his arm up to high five players. I think, as a matter of fact, I don't think he was even doing that. That's how much in pain he was, and it happened on a tackle, and he landed on his shoulder. So he's a player that obviously we need the most. And yes, sit him out, rest him as much as you can, and then obviously he'll have to go through some practice. But unfortunately, that shoulder injury is one that is going to heal up, but it's going to take a couple more weeks, and he's going to just have to play through some pain. But you also don't want to get him, get him. You don't want to see him on the ground taking hits on that shoulder. The offensive line needs to do their job. And he needs to, when he runs, he needs to do his best to either get out of bounds or slide to avoid those, those tackles and having his shoulder hit the ground like that, because we do not need Josh Allen going out. All right, next up, handling the linebacker role. At linebacker, the Bills had another new look filling in for Matt Milano next to Terrell Bernard against Tampa Bay. Buffalo had Tyrell Dodson out there over rookie Dorian Williams. But on passing downs, safety Taylor Rapp took his place. Will that look continue against the Bengals? I believe they have Poyer as well going in the box. I hope it does. I was hoping for that in the beginning of the season. I thought that we would see Rapp, Poyer, and Hyde out there at times anyways, especially because Rapp was doing that in Los Angeles. He was going down in the box. And it was interesting to see Poyer go down in the box. And I thought he did it very well. So this may be something we see more often moving forward, especially because the linebacker role right now is one of those that the outside linebacker role is just right now is just not set in stone. Dotson may start, but he's definitely not the answer. And you might even see Dorian Williams back in that starting role at times or get some snap count. So it is what it is, guys. Until Matt Milano returns, I think you're going to see this kind of, switching in and out of different formations. But whatever works, man. Whatever gets the job done, I'm all good for. And if that means that we have three safeties playing out there and one of them down in the box, I'm perfectly good with that, as long as it works. And it seemed to work last week. So yeah, I'm good with that. I do want to show you guys something kind of funny, man. Just a couple, if I can get this up real quick for you, you're going to get a trip out of this. So, let me see if I can pull it up here, guys. Oh man. Yeah, it's right here. So Fornette, as you guys know, Leonard Fournette had had that beef with Shaq Lawson way back in the day. So they got
beefing no more, bro. Look, I'm trying to tell you, brother. Tell these people we not beefing no more, bro.
Nah, man, we ain't beefing no more. That's my nigga right here.
man,
even though I want to fight, but yeah. Look, I'm trying to tell you, brother. Tell these people we not beefing no more, bro.
Nah, man, we ain't beefing no more. That's my nigga right here.
Yeah. Even though I want to fight, but yeah.
So he had to throw that jab in there, right? Even though I won the fight. He wants to make it known that, you know what I mean? And by the way, that's Rasul Douglas right there. with his teammates on Wednesday. So that was good to see right there. Let me pop that on the screen as well. I'll go back to it. So that's Rasul basically, dabbing up his teammates. Big Jordan Phillips there. And so yeah, just going around meeting everybody. Von Miller. So it's good to see Douglas just getting a warm welcome there by the rest of his teammates. So yeah, man, I think you will see Douglas out there on Sunday night. Like I said, limited snap count. Same with Fornette. So man, I'm excited about this game, guys. Sunday Night Football, man. The Bills have to start off fast, man. We cannot have a slow start in Cincinnati. Y'all remember last year what happened in Cincinnati? Like I said, listen. Even if DeMar stays in there, none of that happens. I don't think we win that game. You kind of saw the writing on the wall early. Cincinnati was they drove their very first drive was easy. Their second drive was starting the same way. We seemed like we were struggling early out the gate in that game. So I don't think the outcome would have been good either way. Then we play them in Buffalo in the playoff game, and it was just a miserable performance on both sides of the ball. So yeah, like I said, they have a tough team, and you cannot go into half with only 6 points, 9 points. Like, you need to have another one of these performances you did against the Buccaneers, where you have 14 to 17 points going into the half on offense. The offense has to help out the defense moving forward, in my opinion. Even though we got Rasul Douglas, that's a great pickup. But once again, they're just filling in the shoes and they're doing the best they can. Same with Linval Joseph. But these aren't, he's obviously Matt Milano missing, Trey White. Like, we are down a lot, guys, a lot of key guys. Like I said, I think that Brandon Beane did a really good job trying to fill these pieces. But there's still some major holes on this team. Linebacker's probably the most right now is the biggest one. But I really like what Brandon Beane did. I was worried. I'm not going to lie, guys. When the trade deadline was almost wrapping up, and we didn't make any moves. I think there was, I want to say, 20 minutes left, and there was nothing done by the Buffalo Bills. And I was almost to the point where, like, hey, it's just not going to happen. Another year, Brandon Beane decides to hoard his picks and just go with the guys that we have. And man, he said, not so fast, my friends. And he made a deal. And I thought the deal was a good one. By the way, if you guys don't know the deal by now, we gave up a 3rd round pick, and we got Rasul Douglas back and a 5th round. And basically that 3rd round pick is a compensatory pick for Edmonds signing in Chicago. So really, in a way, it was kind of a freebie if you think about it. So we got Douglas for free and a 5th round pick. So I'm good with that. I think most Bills Mafia is. Now, I know he has a decent contract that kicks off next year, which would be his last year here. And the Bills could still cut him, waive him in the offseason if they chose to. So I think what they'll do is they'll feel him out, see what happens this year, see how his play is, and maybe even possibly extend him, if he's willing to work with us. That's if he has a good season with us the remainder of the season here, and they feel comfortable with him remaining here. But I do think that the Trey White conversation is one that's going to have to be had in the offseason, and the Bills are still going to need to draft a cornerback, in my opinion. By the way, Kyer Elam just got sent to the IR. I'm telling you right now, guys, even if he didn't get sent to the IR, I don't think he sees the field again in 2023, in my opinion, unless there was an injury. So he is sent to the IR. I think it was his ankle was bothering him. But there's really no need anyways right now. He's not going to play. I guess you might as well put him on the IR. But yeah, crazy, man. I just hope for Kyer's sake that this, coming up off season, he puts the work in figures out what's going on with him, why he can't get up to speed with Sean McDermott's scheme, and figure it out, man. Because if you don't, he's definitely going to be on the trade block next season at some point. If you can't figure it out, or waived, eventually we're going to have to figure something out when it comes to Kyer if he can't get up to date, caught up with the scheme or whatever. So anyways, Bills Mafia, I love you once again. And tonight is Mafia Means Family podcast at 7:30. They're going to be previewing the Bengals Bills game. So you don't want to miss that either. All right, Bills Mafia, I love you. And as always, go Bills. I'm out of here. Peace.